Senator Fetterman, would you like to ask questions?
Thank you, Senator. Thank you for the time. I really want to thank you and Senator Rounds for all your hard work on this issue, and I'm excited to be working with you on all this package. Rising costs are hitting us limited supply in our rural communities, pushing people out. We can't let a major conversation about rural America go by without having a real look about how housing programs could be made better. The Department of Agriculture has programs in place to support these rural projects, but I believe that we need to modernize it to make more execution more predictable. Mr. Lipsetz, what staff training is needed for housing? Could the Democrat of Agriculture staff training to help getting more progress connected to the available resources that they are eligible for?
Senator, thank you for the question. Having spent a minute over at RHS, I gotta say that they are incredibly dedicated, mission-driven staff who are facing an extraordinary workload with some pretty modest resources over the years. And it's Director Gordon, it's folks who are stationed elsewhere. There are not too many DC employees, it's around the country. And these folks are working really hard in what I want to remind folks, we're talking about segments of a private housing market that are not functioning. There's no private entity that would come in and do this. This is, even if you believe in tiny government, these are the areas where we ought to all collectively lean in and try to help out so that we support the rest of that. To be able to do that is exactly what Mr. Potterpin said. It is a mixed finance transaction with all these different sources, and RHS staff, for as hard as they work, are not trained in that. They have the excellent opportunity, they can learn all about their program, but that's not the world we live in. You gotta get bank financing and capital or CDFI capital from a private perspective in on these properties, pushing them and sustaining them. And if we can help the industry, all of us who partner every day with RHS to help provide that training, invite us in. We would love to do it. You're not going to find it within the department as readily as you're going to find it with a community of folks who work with them.
Thank you. Ms. Maxwell. Hi. Vouchers housed at the USDA are essential for rural renters. Would you agree with that?
Well, to some extent, because right now the RD voucher program eligibility is limited. So only those folks who are in properties that have a mortgage that's prepaid or gone into foreclosure are eligible for those vouchers.
Okay. As Senator Smith has discussed, we are interested in how the program administration can work better for renters struggling to make payments and to keep food on the table. Can you speak to how our proposal to bring the program to a higher standard?
Thank you for the question. And as I started off with, right now the RD voucher program is limited. And so the proposal that is in the act would go a long way to improving the administration of the voucher program. First of all, one of the big issues with the voucher program as we look at preserving the portfolio is that for renters that are living in properties where the mortgages mature, they are not eligible for the voucher. And so if the rental assistance contract goes away, those folks are the people that we're talking about who are likely to be most impacted and at risk of losing their housing because of the increase in housing costs to them. In addition, the other main issue with the RD voucher program right now is that the voucher amount is set at the time that it is issued. So unlike the HUD voucher, where the subsidy amount adjusts based on whether someone has a change in income or moves to a higher income area, the RD voucher does not do that. Although I would note that when it was first authorized, it appears Congress' intention was that program would operate similar to the HUD voucher program. And so the Rural Housing Preservation Act would fix those components, allowing the subsidy to adjust if someone experiences a change in their income, particularly a reduction in income.
Thank you. And